I often ask myself, what do I wish to experience next? And how do I need to re-engineer my mind to get there? Great question. At a very young age, I was always wondering, what is our life purpose? So I would try on different ideas to see if it fit me. The biggest one for me would have to be when I discover education for living and not education for making a living. My life until this point was all about passing exam, which I wasn't really good at it, and to get my O-levels, my degree in order to get a decent job so I could make a living. I worked really hard to not be denied higher education after I was kicked out of mainstream education system at age 9. So when I realized life is no longer an in order to, I decided that it should be to create, to experience, and to learn. Though I finally got into a 4-year degree program after trying so hard, I let it go halfway through to pursue a job I loved because I realized that living is not supposed to be an in order to activity. So imagine if the end goal in life is not to achieve, not to survive, and not to have, what will we choose to do or to be? I often ask myself, what do I wish to experience next? And how do I need to re-engineer my mind to get there? This is the question that I ask myself all the time. It came from a very deep belief that whatever my mind can conceive, my body can achieve. And the world is full of abundance, and the sky is not a limit. So all I need to know is what and how, what I do, what do I want, and how am I going to acquire the knowledge that I need to do that. So with that in mind, I could choose anything, and then I just head forward. So I'm usually passionate about most things. And then with that, once I decided what I want to do, and I just go all the way out. For me, learning how to learn was the biggest thing. So the area that I'm focusing is entrepreneurship and how do we re-engineer our mind to create the life that we love. So I would say that I have over the years developed a way to chart forward without fear and to create and to experience. As long as I know how to learn what I want to do, then I could do anything. So that I have a formula of how I go about learning, acquiring knowledge, getting mentors, and eventually try to create the next status quo and higher quality of what I could achieve. In the area of entrepreneurship and high performance leadership, don't try to change everyone. Grow them from where they are, explore their needs and priorities, and basically when the company culture is aligned with employees, you get an inspired team. After my successful startup and surviving the dot-com recession, I decided to scale up the business, and just 2 years before the financial crisis. So scaling up my biotech business was like starting up all over again, but 10 times more challenging. Lots of learning curves and near fatal mistake made. I was physically exhausted and mentally jaded. So after a few attempts, I invited a successful business acquaintance to mentor me and offered him a 25% stake of the company. So he gave me a so-called coffee shop MBA classes and provided me with psychological tools that was needed to scale up, and this took the business from good to great. So there was a lot of struggle at the beginning, and how I wanted to achieve excellence so much that I was seek out there to find ways to help me. My example will be Mother Teresa. To me, she's a great entrepreneur, influencer, and a leader. She was driven by her mission to ease suffering in the world with sheer force of resilience. She built schools with nothing and inspired others to follow her on her mission. A million dreams?
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is.
And the color of the wind.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon, or ask the grinning bobcat why?
So all these are very inspirational songs that I loved, and it's just being positive and thinking what's out there and how we can create. And also Color of the Wind actually talks about the unknown, so we need to learn what's the unknown, whether it is what we can see or what we don't see. So I just love this true song and often inspire me. Okay, I would have to pick two books by the same author, Death and Dying and the Wheel of Life by Elizabeth Kübler-Ross. She was a Swiss-American psychiatrist, and she was the driving force behind the movement for doctors and nurses alike to treat the dying with dignity. So I basically picked up a book on death and dying in my 20s to prepare myself in case of loved ones dying. And through going deep about death and dying, I discovered what being alive truly means. So living is about creating, experiencing, and loving. This inspired me to go all out to lead the way I do. Impossible is nothing. Actually, this is a phrase given to me by my husband all the time, ever since I met him. So, when we are stuck with anything, whether it's business or a project or finding our ways or getting a solution, I don't have this word as impossible. There's only like how, there is no such thing as impossible. So anything that's impossible, it's possible.